Okay, guys, so it's Saturday evening here in the UK, and our local time is 8 p.m. With another subscriber lesson English practice. I better wait a few minutes because I believe that my subscribers might be joining me today. If not, I have to continue by myself. All right, so let's see how it goes. Okay. So for this English practice, we're going to start with common mistakes, and after that, we'll develop some speaking, as well as some, reading, and to make sentences with different kinds of vocabs. So sentence number 1. It says, "Where is the new books?" So this sentence seems to be wrong. I believe that it should be where, but the spelling is incorrect. Though the sound is okay, but it's W-H-E-R-E, where. And because books is plural, you can use are. Okay, so where are the new books? This is first possible sentence. And second one could be, if you want to keep the verb is, then we have to make the subject singular because it is a subject-verb agreement. Where is the new book? The subject verb agreement. So the subject verb agreement is an amazing rule of English grammar which explains when the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. When the subject is plural, verb must be plural. We shouldn't be doubtful about that. So, which is why the first sentence could be, "Where are the new books?" with a question mark, which is the part of punctuation. And second possible sentence could be, "Where is the new book?" Now, the matter is that if you have noticed that we have used article the or the. If you remember, the is a definite article we use when it's a specific thing or specific object or subject, though it is plural. Here, the generally we don't use the or the before plural, but because of the adjective new, we have used what are the new books, which means the specific books we are looking for. Okay, if we are looking for the new books, we must use the article, but generally we do not use articles before plural number. But because there is an adjective new, we have to use it. So new is an adjective which modifies the subject. So new books or new book, whatever you say, we must use article. Okay. So sentence number 2. In sentence number 2, the sentence I know like the new car. Okay, what kind of personal space is no? No, go.
No.
No is a determiner. And various determiners are those which determines the quantity of a subject or an object. So basically it is an article or adjective. So no means not any, not one, not a, none of them, or zero. Depending on the subject, no may have different meanings. No could be negative, not any, not a, nil, nothing, none, etc. So once again, no is a determiner or an adjective. Like my answer is no. Similarly, my answer is yes. That means my answer is negative. Not any, nil, or nothing, none. Or sometimes you can zero. You can be saying a zero, you know. Can be saying no. Okay, so this sentence, I know like the new car. That means I don't like the new car. So you have to bring an auxiliary verb, which is don't. I don't like the new car. Okay. Now the main sentence is, if you understand how we have come to the decision, bear in mind that main sentence here is I like the new car. And when we want to make it a negative in the present simple or simple present or indefinite, we have to use do not on the after first person, second person, and the third person plural number, and we have to doesn't or does not after third person singular number. So I don't like the new car. Similarly, you can say you don't like the new car. Okay, or they don't like the new car, plural number. Or you can say children do not like the new car. Oops, sorry, it's wrong spelling. Children don't like the new car. Okay. Now, if you want to make it third person singular number, she doesn't or does not like the or he doesn't. One moment, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go quickly to get water. Okay, so children don't like the new car. She doesn't like the new car. He doesn't like the new car. Or if you mention anyone's name like Jenny or James or Rahat, does not the new car. Okay, so these are the some sentences we have just made depending on the sentence pattern. Negative, okay, in the present simple. Number 3, Sarah feel sick. Okay, we have to remember FWL is feel. It bit longer sound because of the double vowel of E together.
Feel.
Sarah feel, because there is FI double L as well, which is feel. Feel versus feel. Feel and fill. Feeler, but feeler. So Sarah is a third person singular number, as you see. The rule is that in present simple or simple present, we always use S or ES after the verb. So Sarah feels sick. That should be full stop, guys. Sorry. If you want to make it its negative sentence, we can make it by using doesn't. If you remember, we used earlier. So Sarah doesn't feel sick. If you want to make it an interrogative, a question sentence, does Sarah feel sick? And if you want to make it negative interrogative, doesn't Sarah feel sick? Doesn't she feel? Doesn't she feel sick? Doesn't Sarah feel sick? Okay. So these are the some of the examples, Now, if you want to make it past tense, remember guys, we're also doing the past tense at the same time. Feel is an irregular verb. So feel, felt, past tense and past participle. So making past tense is very easy. Sarah felt sick. For all the person after past tense, when the verb is turned into past tense, it's very easy to make them sentences. Sarah felt sick, you felt sick, I feel sick, they felt sick, you felt sick, as in once again, we felt sick, Jennifer felt sick, Rahat felt sick. Now the question is, if you want to make it a negative sentence, we have to use did not plus the present form of the verb. And that's the rule. So Sarah didn't feel sick or did not feel sick. Okay. I didn't feel sick. They didn't feel sick. Okay, so these are the ways. Now, if you want to make it a question in past tense, did Sarah feel sick? Did you feel sick? For example, did you feel sick? Did you feel Okay. It's very important to use the grammar pattern when we are practicing. Okay, so sentence number 4. Oh, sorry, I forgot to make negative interrogative. So, didn't you feel sick? Didn't you feel sick? Or didn't Sarah feel sick? Okay, sentence number 4. Monday is the day before Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Monday is the day before Tuesday. What do you think, guys? It is a correct sentence? Or Monday is the day after Sunday. So this sentence seems to be absolutely correct to me. Monday is the day before Tuesday. Or Monday is the day after Sunday. After Sunday. Okay. Now, this sentence can be written in 2 ways. Monday is the day before Tuesday, and Monday is the day after Sunday. Then, sentence number 5. The cake burned yesterday. Burn. Notice that because in British English we do not pronounce R, so it is burn, not burn.
Burn.
This is American, okay, guys? So burn and burn. The past tense could be burnt or burned. Past participle same burn, burnt, burnt, or burn, burn, burnt, burnt. Okay. So the cake burned yesterday. So we have to use the past tense of burn. And the past tense of burn is, this is correct sentence. Okay. So it can be done in 2 ways. Burn, burnt, burnt, or burn, burned, D, burned. Okay, the cake burned yesterday. It doesn't seem to be a correct sentence to me either. The cake cannot burn itself, so it should be a passive form. So someone burned the cake yesterday. It would be the most appropriate sentence. Or the cake was burnt yesterday. Okay. So someone burnt the cake yesterday. Okay, so these are the 2 possible ways to be done. 6, number 6.
6.
6.
6.
Okay, look for a bus with the number 6 on the front of it. Okay, so the game are over. As you can see, the game is a singular number once again. So we can't use is in that case. The game is over. Okay, game is a subject by agreement once again, and are. Okay, it can be done in two ways. The game is over, or the games are over. So there are two possible solutions of this sentence. Okay, this word sentence, sometimes people pronounce it in two different ways. One is that punishment, sentence,
Sentence.
sentence,
Sentence.
or sentence.
Sentence.
You see, in American IPA, it sounds like this sentence,
Sentence.
but sentence.
Sentence.
Sentence can be also used as a punishment when we use it noun. But when you use it part of grammar, it means a group of words usually containing a verb that expresses a thought in the form of a statement, question, instruction, or exclamation, and starts with a capital letter when written. He is very impatient and always interrupts me mid-sentence. Your conclusion is good, but the final sentence is too long and complicated. Final sentence. Okay.
Sentence.
Sentence. I'm tired of pronouncing all this British IPA, guys, you see. It's very difficult sometimes to develop and have the correct stressed sound. And articulation is a part of it, because when you're practicing, when you're speaking, you must, you know, pronounce it correctly. The game is over, or the games are over. All right, guys, so that's the two possible solutions of this sentence. Okay, so let's move on to our next part we are discussing yesterday, chunk English. We're going to go to describe chunk English one more time. At the weekend. Remember, guys, at the weekend, on the weekend, both are correct. One of them is, so on the weekend. One of them is British grammar and another one is American grammar. At the weekend, on the weekend. I need to find out which one is American grammar. If you know it, guys, maybe you can just write there. Actually, it should be together. Weekend is a one word. Sorry, guys. So on the weekend, at the weekend, one of them is mostly in the UK, which is British English, another one is American English. So on the weekend, are you going somewhere? Okay, so at the weekend is British English, as I said earlier. On the weekend is American English. So let's mark it at the weekend British, so that no one is confused next time. US. Oop. So at the weekend British English. So at the weekend I'm going to see my best mates in London. At the weekend, are you going to watch the famous movie of James Cameron? Or are you planning to go to see the football at the weekend? Hey, what are you doing this week at this weekend? So we are not using at the weekend in this case. If you're asking, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Are you going somewhere with your friends? Are you coming to my home to play pool or billiards? Okay, it's the same meaning as on the weekend. On the weekend, John and Jamie are going to play snooker. On the weekend, they're coming to visit our house. On the weekend, we have a fantastic plan to go for a picnic. On the weekend, I'm going to have a long sleep. At the weekend, it is always busy because you have to do all the whole week's shopping. Guys, remember in chunk English, it's better to use different kinds of sentences. Now, these are positive sentences. Now, if you want to make it negative, so that would be amazing. Like at the weekend, I don't have any plans at the moment. At the weekend, they don't want to be disturbed by the others. At, at the weekend, they don't want to visit, movies anymore. At the weekend, they don't want to watch football. Sorry, but they would like to watch cricket. At the weekend, don't you think it would be a good idea to study more, etc.? Look, when you know a pattern of chunk English, it's your responsibility and idea to make or create more similar kind of sentences. Bear in mind, guys, the more you write sentences or practice sentences, you will be more, expert and confident. Okay. So it's better for you to understand all these patterns through which you can develop your confidence level. Okay, and develop your understanding how a concept is, done. Okay, so these are some of the examples. So next one is, would you mind or do you mind? Both are possible. Do you mind? Would you like to? Would you like to go to my home? Would you like to come with me? Would you like to have a cup of coffee? I wouldn't mind having a cup of coffee too anymore. I wouldn't mind having a cup of coffee or sandwich or dinner or noodles or pizza or biryani or any other food. So would you mind, remember, dear guys, after would you mind, we must use verb with ing, and that is one of the grammar rules that we need to understand. Would you mind? Plus verb, yeah, verb. So would you mind? Would you mind closing the door, please? You can use please if you want to be more polite. Would you mind stop smoking? Would you mind stop running? Would you mind going to the dinner party this weekend? Would you mind coming to my place so that we can study together? Would you mind watching the movie? This is the latest movie. So would you mind? Would you mind? So would you mind is another chunk of English. But do you use do you mind in the same way? No. Do you mind going there? Yes. Remember, would you mind is a formal expression and do you mind is informal, though their pattern is same. And we got to be careful to use them correctly and properly. So do you mind is informal, where would you mind is formal. Because formal English we use in formal environments like teaching platform like this, learning platform like this, or your workplace, your school or college or university or your educational institute, or outside when you don't know someone else, or any other unknown person when you're talking to the person. That is a formal environment, guys. Remember that. That's why in English language there are formal words and informal words. And would you mind using them correctly? You see? So that is very, very important to know the basic difference, the thin line, where we have to step down, where you have to take the decision, you know, despite the fact sometimes we are aware of this, but, you know, we can't remember on the time. I've seen in many cases, many of our learners, they just don't care about using them properly. But my suggestion would be if you want to be a good speaker, if you want to, you know, sound like better, it's better to use good pronunciation techniques as well as the correct grammar. Grammar always explains any sentence or any situation in the rightest way. Okay, that is the main focus for us. Okay, now do you mind? So do you mind is informal. So we use informal with our family members, brothers, sisters, siblings, you say, relatives like cousins, brothers, sisters, or whatever, uncle, aunts, grandpa, grandma. Do you mind going to the sea? Do you mind come to my home? Do you mind coming to my home or do you mind come to my home? Okay. So next one is would you like to? Would you like to? Would you like to? So would you like to have a cup of coffee with me? No, I don't like to have a cup of coffee with you. Thanks for the offer. Would you like to watch the Jungle King, the movie, famous movie? No, I don't want it either. Would you like to close the window? You can use, if you want to use politely, please sometimes. Would you like to go there, please? Would you like to move a little bit more? So these are other examples, okay? Similarly, do you like to informal? Once again, would you like to formal? And once again, dear viewers, it is for your understanding that we must realize that how grammar and formal words work. Okay. Surprising matter is that many a times, once again, even I forget to use them because I was not born here, as you know. Okay, let's move on. And another thing is that, so we use this expression as a chunk English when you're trying to add something in a sentence. And another thing is that this person is always interested to learn more. The person not only intellectual but interested to learn more. Another thing is that about the place is that it is an amazing place for visit or tour. Another thing is that it has got a huge history of culture or exotic food. So we are adding something with the explanation. And the next one is before I forget. Before I forget, I must remind you that you have to be punctual and come to the class on time. Before I forget, I must remind you that you should study hard to develop your English language. Before I forget, I must explain that in order to be a good student, you have to have good knowledge about all the subjects. Before I forget, let me take the notes. Sometimes we all are forgetful. So keep a flashcard or note or notebook where you will write your things to do. Okay, let me see the next word. I think I should get more words, more chunk English. If you remember, phrases can be used as chunk English. Okay. Another one is that at the end of the day, I don't think that we have used it. Okay, let's add here. At the end of the day, it's you who have to practice a lot. Okay. Let me try to write more examples. Singing helps is another one. Singing. Singing helps. Okay. Enjoy. Do you enjoy? Remember, guys, do you like to? We must use punctuation, a question mark. I forgot totally. Sorry, guys. Okay, so there is no other question mark. Do you enjoy watching a movie by yourself with all family members? Do you enjoy sleeping a lot? I enjoy, honestly, guys, because when I'm most many a time I'm tired and sometimes I feel like sleeping. I don't want to be awake anymore. However, our class is going to finish in less than 10 minutes. That's the amazing part. So let me see if there are any more chunk English you can bring a note. Okay, there are a bit more. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I'm not entirely sure is the another one. Then let's put it this way. Use this chunk very often. Let's put it this way. And people use it very often. To be honest with you, or the factual matter is that these are also chunk English. Or the fact is that uh, let me think, or let me see. Let me think about the matter. Let me see what I can do for you. Let me see if there is any solution or not. It's a bit like, it's kind of sort of, okay, it's a bit like, it's a bit like, it's kind of, it's a sort of. What I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to say. Okay, these are the other chunks, guys. You know, I'm going to give some more examples. Okay, these are, I'm sure you know all these words. I'm not entirely sure what happened to the person. I'm not entirely sure if I know the reasons why the person is leaving. I'm not entirely sure the summary of this paragraph. I'm not entirely sure what you are talking about. Let's put it this way. Oh, not worse. Let's put it this way, that you do something for me and I do something for you, vice versa. Oh, vice versa is a very good phrase, guys, if you know it. Okay, to be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure if I can do something for you. The factual matter is that many people are really wasting their times on this app by cheating, chatting, and flirting other people. Let me think of it. Okay? Let me think if I can answer your questions. Sometimes it should be tactful about answering. Let me think. Let me see. Don't answer something directly, even if you are sure about some answer. Let me think if I can do it or not. Let me see, if I can get a good answer for this. Okay, let me find out some more. You'd better. Oh no, I couldn't possibly. Yes, there's a good chunk as well. Okay, let me write some more. There's been a lot of controversy. This is another chunk. There's been a lot of controversy. You would better. You would be better. Both are correct. There is nothing dissonant. There is something wrong. Yeah, there is something wrong. It'd be better, or you would better. Both are correct. I'm afraid I have to be going now. I'm afraid is another one. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to get some more. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. It's also another chunk. Okay, dear viewers. So thank you very much for watching it silently or incognito, but I know that there are many people who always watch it silently. Thank you very much, guys. I wish I could bring you and talk to you, but if you're interested, possibly you can join on a trial basis, 2 lessons, or if you consider that my classes would be helpful for you, you can grab the opportunity. Now there is 30% discounts from the Hallo using this course, Hallo app, Hallo Kids, or Instaclass. Okay, guys, thank you very much once again for joining. I hope to see you soon. You take care and bye, and best of luck for English learning. Practice every day. Whatever you have learned from today, from any teacher, it doesn't matter. Practice every day. Okay, otherwise you're going to forget at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's you who have to practice. Okay, teacher can't make you practice. You have to practice it. Thank you and bye.